Today's lesson on the dark side of spirituality for my chosen ones, it's a story. It's called The Yoga Farm. I'm walking onto a yoga farm that was advertised to me. Brochure was sold to me. Videos, lots of glossy photos of just a beautiful yoga retreat on a farm. And so I get there and I'm greeted by two extremely attractive people that tell me welcome. And as I enter the farm, I see some beautiful alpacas who nuzzle up to me and smile. Just the cutest things ever. Once we get past the barn and past the alpacas, we get to a lush, the most lush grass I've ever seen. And there are these women, and they're all blonde, but all gorgeous. And they're wearing pink sports bras and black yoga pants. And they are in different poses, but what they all have in common is this stillness. A peace that just clearly has washed over them. You even get the sense that they're highly enlightened. The sunlight just beams with magic. And everyone in that lush patch of grass is just glowing. And as my welcome guides are watching me take it all in, one leans over and whispers to me, "This is what you should aspire to." And that makes me feel good in the moment. They then tell me that I should go to my room, as we've gotten to that part of the yoga farm that has all of the guest rooms, and emphasize that everything is sustainable and organic. I walk into my room to find a lush robe, organic cotton, of course, a small, fresh bowl of fruit, some macaroons, and of course, the finest organic green tea. I am so excited. The guides, as I was walking towards my room, also mentioned that they have the best products in the bathroom. So I'm really excited to take my shower. I deserve this. So I step into the shower after looking around the room and just taking in all of the beauty and the scents and the little knickknacks here and there to let you know you have arrived at the yoga farm. It is a most wonderful shower. The shower itself is designed beautifully, just as I would if I had the resources. The most sterling silver of silver. I don't know if it was made out of silver, but the shower head looks like it was. It's so shiny and beautiful. So I use the products on my skin after I get out. I eat a piece of fruit. I don't want to overindulge because I know next they go right into the yoga. That's the way they described it in the brochure. Almost immediate immersion. So I eat half a macaroon, figuring I'll eat the rest later. And I finish up my green tea. I change into my 100% organic cotton white yoga pants and sports bra. I put this wavy hair in a bun, put a little jasmine oil on my pulse points, and then I go back to meet them. Funny enough, they're already standing outside. Thought that was a little strange, but I figure they just aim to please. So they lead me once again past the alpacas just to say hi. It's almost like we did a U-turn. Past the lovely ladies in pink. And then there's this really small, I wouldn't call it a road, but for lack of a better term, like a little lane. And we go down the lane and it's kind of dark, but I'm not worried. And they lead me into this really ornate small building. It's no more than 2 stories from the outside. And I'm a little confused. So we walk through there. It smells like a spa. I mean, there seems to be like a lot of essential oils. There's some oming going on as we walk by, and some statues such as Buddha. But then when we walk through the back door, there's this room with a really, really, really tiny square that could be a window at the top of it, but it's a long way up. And there's AstroTurf. And I'm super confused. And they're like, this is where you'll have your yoga lesson. And I was like, where's everybody else? Like the ladies that we saw outside. And like, oh, no. You've been assessed. And I'm like, excuse me? They're like, yeah, you've been assessed. And we've determined that you are what we call, and they smirk at each other and then look back at me, advanced. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, this is not what was in the brochure. And they said, and yet you were led here, and yet you came anyway. I said, I came here for, yes, yoga. I know that there's going to be challenges. I'm not a professional yogi, nor am I an instructor, but the brochure and the sales folks really sold the lushness of the farm and interacting with the animals and eating well and eating sustainably. And yes, I know that there's, challenge here, but this just seems extreme. And so one of the welcome committee puts his finger to his lips and he says, look, here's the rules. Yes, those ladies out there that you saw, let's call them the pink ladies, they're absolutely enlightened. You're not there yet. As a matter of fact, let's just lay down the rules now. And so they, not gently, by the way, push me down on the patch of grass. And I'm like, I'm wearing organic cotton yoga pants. This is not comfortable. They ignore me. I'm then blindfolded and told that I am going to sit there until I can ascend to the level of enlightenment of the ladies in pink. And they're going to be monitoring and watching my progress. And they're going to check every hour because they can assess. Without pen and paper, without attaching any devices to me, they can assess. And I am not terrified, but I'm just truly confused. They then tell me they'll check me every hour on the hour to see how far I've ascended. And if I don't meet the target, it is certainly a fail and it's certainly my fault. Yeah. And I said, well, when will I be allowed to leave? And they said, who knows? We'll see, as they walked away. Some time passed, and then some more time passed, and then I heard footsteps and a different voice, not one of the welcome committee. I guess this is the assessor, said, yeah, I'm here. It's been 45 minutes. I didn't say a word, but again, this is a professional assessor. And so she said, oh, you seem confused. And I said, well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I was told I'd be checked every hour on the hour, and it hasn't. You just said it's been 45 minutes. And she was like, oh, see, your focus is wrong, honey. And that's going to be a deduction. More to come on insights from the yoga farm. But I hope you enjoyed this part 1.